I want to highlight one specific risk as well as 4 big advantages of investing into real estate. First one, any type of costs that you allocate with managing that property, whether it be driving costs to and from the property, whether it be management costs from the management company that rents out the property, whether it be the actual reserves, for example, that you put within the property itself, etc. Every single cent that you pay out of your pocket that is allocated to these types of management costs, that is viewed as fully deductible costs from your tax rebate at the end of the year. Very first point.
Okay.
Second, extremely important point, which is very relevant to Germany specifically between purchasing an own home versus an investment property, is the fact that interest, which is going to be your biggest chunk of actual costs that you pay on a yearly basis, that is fully tax deductible too. That means if we take certain, let's say very crude numbers right now, if I'm going to be purchasing a 100K property and 5% of my annuity is going to be interest plus repayment, so if I get a 4% interest and 1% repayment, then I have 5% that I'm paying every single year to the bank, and 4% of it is pure profit to the bank. Only 1% is me decreasing my debt at the bank. So that 4%, fully tax deductible. That 1%, unfortunately, not. The Finanzamt are still the Finanzamt. They're not that generous. They're not that generous. But that's definitely the second and most major price point that you can deduct. Third is something that's actually very specific to Germany, which is a very long word that is always summarized into 3 simple letters. AFA. A-F-A.
Depreciation for wheels and tears.
Exactly. In German it's called
Abschreibung für Abnutzung.
Exactly. But you don't need to know any of that in German because we give it in English anyway. But it's a very special and gracious law that really treats, as long as you're a real estate investor that rents out your property, it treats the property like a depreciable asset. Even though we both know that, hey, a property from the 1950s is gonna be worth 5 times as much today, and it didn't depreciate. Just on paper, you have a law in which the standard property built between 1925 and 2024 is going to be depreciated at 2% per year over the next 50 years.
To get the 100%.
To get the 100%. Click the link in the bio to view how to save 55,000 in taxes in your first year using German real estate.